Hi, I wanted to share with you a cool little project that I've been working on for the last 2 weeks or so to automate my job search. I think this could help a lot of people, especially if you're a student or anyone that's looking for a job right now but doesn't have the time to apply to hundreds of jobs. This is exactly the problem that this system solves. So let me show you how it works. So this is basically the interface. You can sign in there, and once you sign in, you get redirected to this dashboard, which displays all my job applications. It has this interactive map here, and a heat map, which displays the volume of applications for each day, and I can also view the job report for that date as well. And of course, you can filter through all these jobs. For example, if I were to search for Victoria, that search will be reflected both on the map and in the search results here. And then you can also click on the search result and it will zoom you in on the map, and click again and it will zoom out again. So this is basically the interface. I try to keep it very simple. Now I'm going to show you how this works on the back end side of things. So all of these jobs get fetched and added to my Google Sheets using n8n. I built this n8n workflow. You can see it here. This is the entire workflow. It's divided into like different sections. This is the section we're going to start with. This is the job scraper, and it uses Apify to scrape all the jobs from a LinkedIn URL. So if I prepared a little link here, you can apply all your desired filters and then copy the link and then paste it into this node, and then it will scrape all the jobs with their job description, all the information from that link. So if I execute there, at first it's going to take a while because it first fetches all the jobs from my existing database, which is the Google Sheets, and then it compares it to, and then it scrapes the jobs and then it compares it to what I have in my Google Sheet and only adds the new jobs that don't yet exist in my Google Sheet. So after it fetches all the after it scrapes all the jobs, it will loop through each one of them and call the Mapbox API to get the exact coordinates of where it is, so that I can then display it on the map here. So that's that. The most important workflow is this one here. It fetches one job every couple minutes, and then it first runs a check if I'm eligible for the job, if the job matches my experience. Then it tries to find the email, if there's an email in the job description. If not, it goes on to Perplexity and asks Perplexity to search the web for an email that I can send my application to. If that doesn't work, it moves on to Apollo, and that's called the Apollo API with some filters. And then there's another variation of that down here. So if any of these return the email, that gets passed into this node, which then passes it on to the actual workflow, that the resume preparation and drafting of the email. So this workflow begins by first calling my API to get my base resume in JSON format. Then it drafts a cover letter that's tailored to the job description. After that, it creates a tailored resume by modifying my JSON a little bit, and then it returns that JSON, or it passes it to this endpoint. It makes a post request to my create resume endpoint, which I'm going to show you now. This is an Express.js app, and this is where I define my create resume endpoint. So first I merge this generated dynamic data with the hard-coded data that never changes on the resume. Then I validate that it's a correct JSON format, and then I call this generate PDF function, which puts all the JSON, takes all the JSON and generates a beautiful PDF that looks more or less like this, beautifully formatted and beautiful, readable, structured format. So that's that. I'm gonna attach all the links to my repositories below, so you can check it out for yourself. So moving on, and then returns that PDF, and I convert it to a format so that I can attach it to the Gmail, where it creates a draft in my Gmail account. I like creating a draft instead of sending it immediately because I want to skim over all of the applications before sending them out. And then after that, it updates the row in the Google Sheet to mark it as applied. So this is the full workflow. There's also another workflow up here which runs every day at a certain time, and it basically takes all the new jobs and creates a summary for the job and adds some additional information that I can then display in my front end. So this is the full workflow, and yeah, I think this is really where AI comes in nicely. I hope this kind of inspired you to start building your own workflows as well. I just got into this recently, and I think it's crazy the amount of things you can already automate with so much ease. So I hope you liked this. Please check out my repositories for the front end and back end, and have a great rest of your day.